Ahoy there, YouTube! I'm back again today for another game review, and today I will be reviewing the immensely popular Dominion by Donald Vaccarino and Rio Grande Games. It is for 2 to 4 players. It'll take you about 30 minutes to play, and it's for ages 13 and up, even though I would say easily a 9 or 10-year-old could figure it out as long as they can read. Looking at the box is about a foot by a foot, about 3 inches deep. And you'll notice the artwork is not particularly anything to scream about. Well, the first time I saw this game, I was like, what does that say? But, trust me, once we get inside this thing, you will see what all of the fuss is about. And I must say that there is a lot of fuss about this game. They have released, I believe, 7 expansions to this game. Let's go ahead and unbox this thing and see what's inside. Alright, inside, what do we have? We have 2 instruction booklets and a boatload of cards. There are 500 cards in total for you to go through. Well, let's take a look at the instructions real quick first. Inside this one is just going to have the general cards. It's going to show you all the different cards, what's on the cards, and how to play the game a little bit. You probably won't use that one too much. The one that you'll actually use the first couple games are the model play turns, which I'm going to go into in a second. This will show you how to play a couple turns. But I can always just do that right now. So, every single player is going to start off with 7 copper cards. They're also going to start off with 3 estate cards. So, the estate cards are what you're going to need to win the game, and they come in increments of 1, 3, and 6. And the person with the most victory points at the end of the game wins the game. So, I've drawn my 7 copper, I've drawn my 3 estates. Now I'm going to shuffle them up, and I'm going to take the top 5 cards from my deck. I'm going to have a look at them, and let's see what I got. I got 1 estate card and 4 copper cards. Now when it is your turn, you get 1 buy and 1 action. So, since this is my beginning deck, I'm not going to be able to use any of my actions. So I'll just go to my buy. I have 4 copper, so I can buy anything that has a little 4 on the bottom of it. So for this turn, I'm going to buy an action card, and let's just say I'll buy a woodcutter for 3 copper. So, what the woodcutter lets me do when it comes back is I will get +1 buy and +2 coins. So I'm going to take all my cards, I'm going to put them in my discard pile, and I'm going to draw 5 more cards from my hand. And let's see what I have in this one. I have 3 copper and I have 2 estates. When it comes back to my turn, I'll be able to spend them. And once again, I'll buy something with 3, and I'll just buy a silver, because this is going to help my hand very, very much. Now, I'm going to discard all these cards, and now that I have no more cards, I'm going to shuffle these up once again, and I'm going to draw the top 5 cards of my deck. Let's hope we got the action. We didn't, so we'll cheat a little bit, and we will grab our action. So, at the beginning of my turn now, let's take a look at my hand. I have a woodcutter, I have a silver, I have 2 estates, and I have a copper. So with my 1 action, I will play my woodcutter, which gives me +1 buy and +2 coins. So I lay that down, and then I also have 2 silver and 1 copper, so that's 3 plus the 2. I have 5 and 2 buys. So what that means is I can go ahead and buy something that will cost me 5, like this festival, which is a great card because that gives me +2 actions, +1 buy, and +2 coins. Or I could split it up and I could buy a silver and a moat, because together they cost 5. But you are slowly but surely building your deck up, which is why it's called a deck building game, by buying the action cards, trying to buy the silver and the gold. There are some unique cards in the game also, which are the attack cards, which help you and hurt others. So this is the Witch. It costs you 5 copper. And when you buy this, you will get +2 cards, and everyone will gain a curse card. A curse card is the worst card you can have in your hand. It has a big -1, and at the end of the game, this will give you -1 victory points. It will also clog your hand up, which is one of the main problems that you need to balance in this game. Because while it is nice to have 3 duchies and 2 provinces, if you get 3 duchies and 2 provinces in your turn in one hand, you can't buy anything but a copper, which costs 0. So it's a great balancing act, this game is, because you want to try and get all the action cards you can so you can string together great strings of events and then buy, numerous things, like maybe I'm going to buy a gold and a province in one turn. That's a fantastic turn, but at the same time, you don't want to clog up your hand with the coppers and the curses and the duchies. It is all about building up your deck to make it the best. The game ends once all the provinces are purchased, or once 3 of any other piles are gone. Overall, Dominion is a fantastic game. I would actually consider it to be my favorite board game that I've ever played, even though it's not technically a board game. And one of the main reasons why I love it is there is infinite replay value. As I mentioned, there is 500 cards. These are the cards that I didn't use in the mock game. These are all different action cards and victory cards that you can set up. So there are literally tons and tons of potential combinations that you could use. The rulebook has a couple ideas, but I personally like to just let people pick and say, oh, you like this card? We'll put that in. We'll put this in. Just mix it up and go with it. Also, the expansions add more and more replay value to the game. There are 500 cards that are included in this game. You will easily get 500 games out of this. Dominion, overall, I would give a 9 out of 10. Fantastic game, a must-own for any board gamer. If you enjoyed this review, please be sure to subscribe to my post. Thanks for your time, YouTube.
That was the review for Dominion. For other reviews, check back at Bauer's Game Corner.